Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle, and here we go. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, it's hard not to be impressed with Federico Chiesa, Peter, who's naturally a winger, but an unorthodox one at that, in which he prefers to take shots from the sort of position you'd expect from a number 9. He's a real winger, come striker, who can cause a lot of confusion for defences.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Now it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he can clear it away. Ah, he's had it taken off him. Well, that looks a decent ball. It's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Tries a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Barcelona finding himself a chance! Now, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And here's Osimhen. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. Messi takes a shot! Sticks it away! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Barcelona grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go one better, possibly.
And that has been cleared.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Now it's Pelé. It's a really well-measured ball. Now the delivery. And that should get the job done. Davids. Now it's Osimhen. Messi goes steaming forward. Davids is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Chiesa goes on a charge down the left. Ambitious ball here. Tar calmly anticipates. Osimhen. That's really well manoeuvred. Aimed beyond the defence. Great work on the overlap. It's Pelé! Goal! Botafogo! And they've got their lead back. Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
It's great composure. He kept his eye on the ball until the last possible moment and then smash. No stopping that.
Botafogo get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Oh, they could break here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Doué. Chiesa is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. 5 minutes till the break. Cannavaro. Tar. Davids. It's played through for him. Now this is Cruyff. Chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Pelé is offering a wry smile there.
Pirlo plays it short. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Doué running with the ball. Chiesa. Oh, that's a fine interception. Roberto Carlos gets good distance on it. Davids. Little pass back. He's hit a... Osimhen! They've done it! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye. And that'll be the last act of the first half. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this. Terrific half. 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow. So once again, we're underway. Takes a shot! And he has kicked it out somehow!
Doué clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Davids to Osimhen, and it's Doué. Oh, easy pickings there. Chiesa. Zanetti tries to pass it through. He's got away. And the shot! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Puskás. Tar is there, and he can get that clear. Botafogo have got it back, and they'll have another go. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Zanetti just loves to go forward whenever he can. Pirlo. Rijkaard. Koeman. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Messi. And it's Messi. Oh, that's neat. Now Davids. And this is... And Messi! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Rijkaard. Decent progress down the left. And it's Bellingham. And here's a player who has defined a generation. And he plays one through. And he's there to retrieve it. Beckenbauer, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Beckenbauer. That pass isn't the best. Davids. And here's Osimhen. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And he's quick to snatch it back. Bellingham. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Good read, needed to be. Big chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Pirlo. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And this is Cruyff.
Oh, great feat, that.
He has found the way through. Now the cross. He can get that clear.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Davids gets a foot in here. Played into space. Played into space out wide. Now it's Chiesa. Pirlo. That has ended up in no man's land. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And he's picked it up out wide. He's having a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Teremos uma substituição.
Barcelona are making a change now. Serginho gathers from the goal kick. Roberto Carlos. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Bojan just eases him off the ball. Pelé. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. And that has been clubbed away. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Looking for the run. He has a look. And the shot! Oh, yes, it's there! And that may just do it! Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole pick.
And we're done. Botafogo can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. And already we're underway here. What an impressive figure Oliver Kahn cuts.
Yeah, they call him the Titan, Peter, and the reasons are fairly obvious. As personalities go, we're talking big.
As close as you get to goalkeeping perfection. Could be danger here. Oh, important interception. It's a pretty loose pass. He's in a great position here. Koeman. Cruyff. Looking for options for movement. No, it's come to nothing. Nice looking ball. Nicely worked. Nice interception, well timed. Bellingham. Botafogo finding their passes. Ambitious ball here. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Well read, nice interception. Now it's Pelé. That has not gone well. Botafogo ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Bellingham. pretty cagey early on from both sides. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Looking for a runner. Well, that's well seen too. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Rijkaard.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Can he get onto this? Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Vieira. And they're back on the ball again. Now it's Shevchenko. He can run onto that. He's free. He's had a shot! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Milan have taken the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Botafogo have it back and can go again. And the pass is intercepted. Goes back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
The ball has bounced loose now. Cruyff gets into a good position.
Botafogo really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Bellingham. And that's another good win of the ball. Roberto Carlos. And it's Pirlo. Looking for the run. And this is Eto'o. Oh, he's bustling through. Goes for a shot! That's really well cleared. Bellingham. Pirlo. And it's Bellingham. Cruyff quietly revving up.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Drilled in low. That's an excellent interception. Oh, that's ambitious. Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
That is ended up in no man's land. That's an imaginative pass. And he was alert to it. And here's a player who has defined a generation. Eto'o. And that is expertly dealt with.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Bellingham. Pele. He's found a way through. Roberto Carlos. That's tidy. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. No luck with that dink over the top. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And the game has already resumed here.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Xavi Alonso. Pirlo. Puskas. And this is Pele. And that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Great ball if he can get there. That's been cut out, well played. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Chance here to counter. Botafogo, still this single goal behind. Bellingham. Pirlo.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And it's Cruyff. Roberto Carlos. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long...
Can he finish? They've scored! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Bellingham. Pass somewhat off target. Roberto Carlos is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, it's played into the area. Vieira knocks it out wide. Bellingham. Time and again they are repelled. Cruyff proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Pirlo, closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Well timed, excellent interception. Threads one in. Zanetti. Now it's Pele. Cruyff. And that was very necessary. That's a throw. Roberto Carlos. Pirlo. Botafogo looking to pass their way through. Couldn't squeeze it through.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Now it's Pele. Now he's got space here. Neatly clipped into space. Roberto Carlos. Bellingham. A probing pass. No, he's just misjudged that one. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Rijkaard kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Pirlo. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
And there goes the final whistle. Botafogo were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about.
Hey bro, who are you that's watching this? Talk to me. Say something in comment. That's me saying hi. Hey, who are you that's watching me? Let me know who you are.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
And what's more, a remarkably good strike rate, actually.
Very true, just another level of his expertise, Peter, but his reading of the game, for me, is masterful.
Now it's Cruyff. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. And it's Rijkaard. Messi. Cruyff. Baresi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Rijkaard, now it's Ibrahimovic. And that has left him in a heap. And this is Pele. Pass is just off target. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Botafogo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Roberto Carlos. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Goulart goes on a charge down the left. And it's Messi. Now There's the clearance. Back in possession and ready to go again. Now it's Ronaldinho. Quarter of an hour played. Now it's Pele. Now what about a counter-attack? Great vision. Olise. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Ronaldinho. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Now it's Olise. Now that's well seen too. Oh, that is a good ball. And a chance! Loose. In he goes again. He's scored! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden,
He's gone for goal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Pele is offering a wry smile there.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Played into space out wide. It's a goal kick. Roberto Carlos. Bellingham. 30 minutes gone. It's beautifully weighted. Messi. Goulet. Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Bellingham. Olise, looking to play him in. And it's gone all the way through to the keeper. Goulet. Now it's Mbappe. Ibrahimovic. He's on it. Can he get away? That's Rijkaard. Time and again they are repelled. Ibrahimovic. And that has been clubbed away. Quality ball. Now it's Cruyff. Good play on the left-hand side here. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Played back in. Goulet. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's a shot. Takes a shot! And it's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So that's 2 now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Koeman cuts out the pass.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And it's Arda Güler. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now, can they get him away? Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the shot at goal! Roberto Carlos. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Olise. Looking for a runner. Chips it through. And has cut it out. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now it's Olise. No way through there. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance. Clear. Oh, they could be caught out here. Pelé. Oh, shooting chance! Sticks it away! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Mbappe, decent chance! It's in! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So the lead now is 2.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
And this is Ronaldinho. Here's Fel, and the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Messi. Messi! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. And it's hoisted clear. Very nicely done. A lot of space ahead of him. Back in once more. Cruyff. Chance here to counter. Taken back almost at once. And it's Cruyff. Pelé. Played out wide. Zanetti carries the ball down the right. Looking for the run. Pelé, and he shoots! Brilliant from Pelé! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Back within 1. They have them in their sights again.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of us.
He gets big! And the lead stays intact, just.
Such a good opportunity, Peter. I hope he doesn't end up regretting that miss.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's come to nothing.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Goulet. Couldn't squeeze it through. He has a look up. He's found a way through. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. There's no getting past him. It's really well defended.
I noticed there's
Ronaldinho.
Where's that? It's
Rijkaard.
Where's
Thinks
the
about the
skin
shot.
on top of the skin as well? Where is it? The skin.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
It's flaking, it's starting
Yeah.
to like
Oh, that is
drying.
good. Super
Yeah,
running,
drying.
sharp movement.
Yeah.
Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
She didn't even have
Well
the
read,
strength to
and
get
the danger
rid
is
of the bed
averted.
for the pillow.
This usually is the time teams
I
go
have to
into
move her.
conservation
She's
mode.
laying there like she's like looking and she just can't.
And this is Pelé. Chance for a shot.
I made the voice go.
Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Pele clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And they both
And the volley. And the keeper read that really well. That's really well manoeuvred. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Roberto Carlos cuts it out. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Pelé. Looking here to chip it through. And reclaimed it in a trice. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. He's got tall. It's there! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! It was a great header, the invitation. And there goes the final whistle. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Pelé picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
Senhoras e senhores, observem no telão as informações sobre nosso serviço.
Welcome to my channel, bro. If you're watching me, just let me know your name in the comments.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
Hey, yo, if you're watching me, let me know your name in the comments.
We are up and running already.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
While he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he's brazen, but he's utterly brilliant.
And never in a mood to accept failure. There's that body language he's always talking about. No wonder he instills both respect and fear in opponents.
It's a pretty loose pass. Played into space. Oh, Red, nice interception. Knocks it into space, and he's picked it up out wide. Now it's Puskas. Aimed beyond the defence. And now the breakaway. Oh, cracking ball. And the shot! And it's a goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Simplicity itself.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Pelé. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, important interception. Oh, there's a probing ball. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Big chance! That was probably asking just too much.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And it's made its way to him. Rijkaard gets good distance on it. Bellingham unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's really well manoeuvred. Koeman cuts it out. Conte. Now it's Puskas. Nice looking ball. It's played through for him. And the finish! He has done it! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter.
And this is Pelé. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's going for goal. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Carlos really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. And now takes a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And they're at it again in double quick time! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see...
Real chance! No mistake! They're back within reach! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
FC Tulsa are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So is this the start of a comeback? Conte looking here to chip it through. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Brahim Diaz. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that... It's Pele! Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. Botafogo have themselves a chance from the spot. So this to extend their lead. That is some save from Khan! He's tried one! And that's caused a worry or two.
Pirlo usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
And it's Pirlo. Well timed, excellent interception. Koeman gets a foot in here. Plays a sharp little ball here. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Yellow or red? It is red.
What?
Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
Puskás can see things others simply cannot. Now, can they get him away? Great ball, and he's in. Shoots! Oh, taken with style. With half-time at hand. Perfect timing. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 7.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
And this is Puskás. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Oh, easy pickings there. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Royce. That's a throw. Henderson stood his ground strong. Goes for a shot! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. Well, time to catch your breath after a manic first half. Goals, goals and more goals, but only one between them. So off we go once more. Ball's gone out of play. Ibrahimovic. That's a cute ball. Goes looking wide. Roberto Carlos. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. That has been cut short. Probing pass. And this is Royce. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Cruyff looking to be a menace in the final third. Bellingham thinks about the shot. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Puskas. Not the most accurate pass. Zanetti. Beckenbauer. Cruyff. Howson. And it's Pirlo. It was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. He's picked his way through. Big chance, corner. Cleared without hesitation. Early ball. Shot at goal! He's scored! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
It's a searching pass. That's an imaginative pass. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
That has ended up in no man's land. Beckenbauer makes the interception. Well, that pass isn't the best. Back into the middle. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Botafogo have got it back and they'll have another go. Pass somewhat off target. Howson is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Oh, that's clever. That's been cut out, well played. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Botafogo are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Out for a throw.
Other
7.
You see my mother?
No.
But she's in there alone. Can you check on her every once in a while? Make sure she doesn't fall off the bed.
Okay.
It's okay for that.
Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 10. Camisa 9. Camisa 2.
Botafogo really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Camisa 15. Camisa 23. Camisa 4. Camisa 27.
And that has left him in a heap.
Substituição.
Oh, good steal, he just read it. Looking for a runner. Nicely worked. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Nicely shaped ball. No, he's just misjudged that one. Now that looks a decent ball. Now he's got space here.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
It's in! And the comeback is complete! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is the perfect example of how to play.
Ibrahimovic! This time, surely! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
It's their second corner of the game. Oh, he's been caught napping. Ball comes. Donadoni! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Donadoni clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And he's intervened well there.
Teremos 3
Searching
minutos
pass
de
he's played. Could be
acréscimo.
danger here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Now it's Pele. Henderson with the slide tackle there. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Botafogo can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately...